From the 3rd of the 2nd month of 1443, 3 of presents, 16, the Tower, and 8 of Potions Reversed. Out from the box. We all have work that is not for ourselves. Looks at knocks. We'll figure out something by ourselves before the finality of our lot. Let it loose. And even a shout, rather than keep it shelved, or let another's actions of discontent turn you about. And what is your initial thoughts about these cards and the poem thereof?
I picked up like this scenario of like lonely wolves howling on a dark night.
Well, that's obviously very mixed in with this tower here. And
yeah.
So the line again for the tower is looks at knocks, sort of like light in darkness. It's a little broader than that, but there's certainly the magical principles involved, and that's what I implied by making it capital in the poem itself. We'll figure out something by ourselves before the finality of our lot. And so, so it's notice it's a waning moon.
Yeah.
Well, things don't quite last forever, but there's the impression that's not just clouds there. It's almost like there's this spiritual go through. But what goes forth from the body, but the spirit. So the 8 of Potions is kind of like one beyond the 8 of Cups in your typical card, because potions instead of instead of cups, and presents instead of pentacles.
I had also picked up
because they're trying to gather up presents for the to put in the to deliver, because that's what you're supposed to do on Christmas apparently. It used to be more about religious services, then it became more and more commercial. That's the thing that happens. The more secular society gets, the more they feel like these grand gestures of huge sacrifices and stuff like this, to the point where they go in debt, because it's like like you find in some parts of the world, they don't pray all year, and then all of a sudden they're praying for 2 hours a night, and then they don't want to. Then again, they don't pray all year. And or some of those Jewish Yom Kippur services, they're like 4 hours long.
Wow.
4 or 5 hours long, and it's like okay, we've read this portion. Let's take your turns in the bathroom. We'll get back here and pray this other portion, and or they just pray so long that it's like everybody at some point is taking a bathroom break, or the rabbi fasted, went without water for a whole day so he could make it through it.
Right. That would,
but obviously they're piling up stuff, and you know how it works in the movie. Out from the box, we all have to work that is not for. We all have work that is not for ourselves. Okay, I'm going to save. Yeah, because they think they think their presents are nice, and it's nice in their world. It's nice in Halloween Town, but it's not always for others. And when we judge morally, that's sort of what we should be doing too, right? Is we shouldn't be falling to something like, oh, our personal preferences and our material culture are just it. Now, people saying that like people go too far with this, and Joseph Campbell included, made it sound, you know, because he brought up this thing, and it's like I don't think he was clear enough about, you know, it's like, okay, fine, in America, incest is illegal, but the idea of people having children with their own siblings, you know, because there was some cartoon, it's like, oh, the British think that their rules govern the universe, because they were like, you know, because it was one of those cartoons, they were back in time, and they realized that, you know, Queen Cleopatra was like, you know, or something like that, and they, you know, but some stuff is just so basic. You kind of know, you kind of should know. Don't take things that aren't yours, and don't just mark up something you see out. It's like, and sometimes you don't, like, you go into the sacred cave and you scratch your vision on the wall, and it's like the police come and you defaced a federal monument, and they didn't. That didn't happen to me, but I, you know, you definitely feel like you're down in some cave, and you feel like, oh no, I want to record my vision while I'm down here, and they're like, no.
Right.
But the potions are down beside, you know, that last card, you know, because you have the nightmares and the visions you have with that card.
That was the 8.
You know, you know, the seven's like debauchery. I like the Crowley one, but I also like the fact that in some decks you have the card represented as you know, you have it represented as a series of like fantasies and bottles and stuff, or cups or something. But do you remember anything more about that?
About them.
About those the dudes with the presents. I'll grab the card. I'll grab the card again. As one last thought.
It's been so many years since I've seen the movie.
Some of the characters just appear, and they're like, the deck honestly is in some places a bit creative, but then again, you know, okay, which characters are we going to put in this part of the thing? And I think there's too much Sally and too much Jack. They should have figured something else a little broader than that, other than the fact that maybe every trump card can be Jack.